What's up, y'all? It's your boy Zach here with another episode of The Breakdown. And today, the movie we're going to talk about is American Beauty, released in 1999, directed by Sam Mendes, and it stars Kevin Spacey, Mina Savari, Thora Birch, Wes Bentley, Annette Bening, and Chris Cooper. I gotta tell y'all, I watched this movie for the first time today, and man, I absolutely loved it. It is a crazy psychological comedy drama thriller film, and it is about this man who's got this suburban middle class life. He works for an advertising agency. His wife is a real estate agent. His daughter is kind of like, this eccentric, teenage girl. She's a cheerleader, but she's going through some things in life, and she has a friend, and the man is played by Kevin Spacey, and she has this friend. Thora Birch is the daughter, and she has a friend played by Mina Savari that is very attractive. High school cheerleader. She's a blonde hair, pretty girl, and the pops ends up falling in love with her. I know, crazy, right? So he falls in love with her, and then in turn, the next door neighbor's um, son, whose name is Ricky, played by Wes Bentley. Try to follow me now. He is videotaping everything. He loves to videotape her, videotape her family. He's just a very eccentric dude himself. And those two, they end up, falling in love, forming a relationship, hooking up, and shit like that. And Annette Bening is Kevin Spacey's wife. She's a real estate agent, and she is just really bored, unsatisfied in their marriage. She ends up cheating on him and shit like that. And Chris Cooper plays the dad of Ricky, the next door neighbor. He was in the Marines. He's like a really tough guy. He's somewhat homophobic, but we come to find out a lot about him throughout the movie. And it just explores themes of midlife crisis. Kevin Spacey, he's going through a big midlife crisis. He hasn't had sex with his wife in a long time. He hasn't, you know, been happy in their marriage for a long time. He hates his job. His daughter, she won't talk to him because she's going through that awkward teenage phase type shit. And it just, he's tired of living this false suburban life, of perfection that just ain't true, and he doesn't want to live this way anymore. So he ends up quitting his job. He winds up, going to work at a fast food place. He starts smoking weed with the next door neighbor kid that is constantly filming, shooting on his camera, and you know, he also just develops this obsession for his daughter's friend, who the daughter's friend played by Mina Savari. Her name in the movie escapes me right now, but she's blonde. She's always talking about her sexual escapades, and she loves the fact that dudes are obsessed with her. She loves the fact that men think about her when they're jacking off and all this other type of crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, she just loves the fact that men just absolutely adore her, fawn over her, and obsess over her, and that she's just this objectivity for their lust and their deepest emotions and desires. She loves it, and she's always talking about her different sexual escapades that she's had. And another theme is the different perspectives of beauty, and to the next door neighbor kid, he thinks that I'm the one that's always shooting on the camera, and the reason why he's always shooting the daughter of Kevin Spacey and Annette Bening. Like I said, try to follow me now. I highly recommend y'all watch this movie. It's super, super, super good. I really loved it. Really enjoyed it. It's really crazy. Unlike probably anything you will see today. And he ends up falling for her because he thinks she's really beautiful. And he just loves the simple things in life. Like, he loves to film like a plastic bag that's just blowing like in the wind. He thinks like the simplicity of that and the beauty of nature is just just so beautiful to him, and just the simple things in life are just really pretty. He also sells weed and smokes weed. He sells weed to Kevin Spacey's pops because they're at this like fundraiser party that his wife is at. He's bored. He gets drunk. He goes up to Kevin Spacey like, "Yo, you like to get high?" So he sells him some weed. They go on some smoke weed, and Kevin Spacey ends up going on this long journey of um, just self liberation. Like I said, quitting his job, working at a burger place, smoking weed, listening to music, getting a new car, an old school type of car that he likes. He's having just this big midlife crisis. And like I said, self liberation, that's a big theme of the movie. And the pops, who's the father of the guy that's always recording on his camera, Ricky, you know, he's this tough, rough, Marine type of guy. And, really, I'm going to spoil it for y'all. Really, he's gay. And, he just acts like he hates gays. And, he's just this old school type of American man. But really, that's not the case at all. And he actually tries to go over to the house and kiss Kevin Spacey, and Kevin Spacey's like, whoa, kind of like, yo, man, I'm interested in my daughter's, teenage friend type shit. But yeah, he's not gay, and he in the movie he's not gay, even though he's gay in real life. There's been a lot of weird shit come out about Kevin Spacey, but we ain't gonna get to that today in that video. But yeah, he just the Fops, the Marine guy, he just has to hold that in, and it's just killing him, and eventually. He makes a, really crazy decision. This is after he beat the son up because he thought that his son was having sex with Kevin Spacey, when really he was just going over there to sell him weed and spend time with his daughter. So, family love, Kevin Spacey's family's falling apart. He ends up resenting his daughter because, she's always got an attitude. She doesn't like the fact that her friend and him, they kind of have an attraction towards one another. And the mother, she's just a total bitch. She's like the worst of the worst. She ends up cheating on her husband with another real estate guy. And materialism, he's Kevin Spacey's trying to have sex with his wife on the couch. He's like, oh, don't spill wine on the couch and shit like that. And he ends up selling his really nice car, I think a Volvo or something, to get like a 1970s car or something. I can't remember the exact type of car it was. And loneliness. I think each character in this film, y'all, is very, very lonely. Kevin Spacey's very, very lonely because, he feels disconnected from his family. The wife, she feels the same way. The daughter, she feels like the parents are just completely crazy and wacky, which they are. She's not wrong. And, I even think that the girl, her friend, she's kind of lonely in a way because people kind of look at her like this hoe. Look at her as some girl that's really loose. And, she just wants to have fun. She, I think that her beauty is the only thing she has really going for her. She seems like a really insecure young girl and that type of shit. And, yeah. And when you deprive yourself of who you truly are, it makes you crazy. And that's what happens to the Marine Corps pops. Kevin Spacey, her daughter, his son, and even Kevin Spacey's daughter's friend. They're all kind of living their truth, and they're just like, they liberate themselves in the movie. They're living their truth. They're being who they are, being who they truly want to be. And like the pops, he can't do that. He comes over, tries to kiss Kevin Spacey because he thinks he's gay and he's found a companion. And he just kind of says, hey, I'm here for you, but I'm not like that. And yeah. And the monologue by Ricky when he was looking at the plastic bag flying, I can't remember it exactly. Y'all can probably look it up on YouTube. Like I said, I highly recommend that y'all even watch this movie. It's super dope. It's really, really good. It's just really, it was really moving. Just him talking about the simplicity of it and how it was just like the electricity was in the air. And it's just of a plastic bag flying, but he just sees so much beauty in the simplicity of things in life. And the filmmakers, some of the best of them, they can find the most beautiful cinematic poetry and just the very most simple images displayed on screen, no matter what it is. It can be of a couple kissing, it could be of somebody driving their car down the highway on a beautiful sunny day. It can be of a basketball going into a hoop. It can be of, crazy things. It can be of the way someone holds a gun up in the air slowly before they shoot it. It can be of all types of stuff. It can be of a leaf falling from the sky and the way it slowly goes down and lands on the ground. It could be of the color of the trees during autumn time. It could be of, the sounds of Christmas during the winter time. It could be of, the way the snow falls. It could be of so many different things. I just think that's the beauty of cinema. That is truly the beauty of cinema. You can really find those simple things in your cinematography to portray on screen while telling a very complex and complicated story. So I just think that was really, really dope. And the performances by Spacey, Annette Bening, and Mina Suvari. Yeah, Mina Suvari. Sorry, I'm looking at my notes here. Mina Suvari was absolutely dope. Kevin Spacey actually won the Academy Award for Best Actor for his performance. This won a lot of awards at the Oscars that year. I think it won Best Performance, Best Actor for Spacey, Best Original Screenplay, and I can't remember, maybe Best Score or Best, I think maybe Best Score or something like that. And it might have won Best Picture. Don't quote me on that. Y'all can go look that up. But the entire ending was great. It was like a really, really great twist ending. I love twist endings. Some of the best twist endings in the movie are The Usual Suspects, also starring Kevin Spacey. Let's see, Seven, also starring Kevin Spacey. The Sixth Sense. What else? Fight Club. There's a lot of great movies out there that have a great twist ending. I love a really, really great twist ending to it. I think those are some of the best. And the score was very soothing and relaxing. Anybody ever seen the movie Madagascar? That's my age. We grew up on Madagascar. Anybody's ever seen that movie? It has the score from this movie. Dun, 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 dun. And it was just really soothing and really relaxing. I think it's representing how boring and how, just simple this suburban life is, but really it's not that way. It's all just a facade. And like I said, my favorite scenes are when Ricky brings, I think it was Jane, the daughter's name of Kevin Spacey, back to his house, and he just is explaining to her why he loves recording different things that he does. He mentions earlier that he recorded a homeless lady that died, because she froze to death because she was outside. And he said it felt like it was God looking at him. And also, to the part where Ricky's recording his girlfriend from his house next door, in his bedroom across at her bed, and he's recording her, and she takes her shirt off and shows her breasts. It's kind of like almost she's embracing her beauty in a way. But something about that scene, it was very, very simplistic, but I really enjoyed it. Not just because I thought that, she had a nice rack, but also too because I just found the simplicity of it very, very nice. So something interesting about that scene. And then the entire ending stretch from the time when Ricky goes over to Kevin Spacey's house to sell him some weed, and then his pops is looking out the window and he thinks that his son is giving him a blowjob, and really that's not the case. Then he beats him when he comes back. Then he goes over to the house, confronts him, tries to have a gay moment with him. Kevin Spacey's working out. Kevin Spacey's daughter and her friend have a falling out because she wants to have sex with her father. Kevin Spacey's daughter's friend wants to have sex with Kevin Spacey. And then, the mother who's been cheating, she was been shooting with her new boyfriend at the gun range and shit. She comes home with a gun, she's going to confront her husband. But the ending was just a super duper shocker. It had a great twist to it. Y'all will love it. I highly recommend that you all watch it. And, that's about all I got today. I love this movie. Sam Mendes, he's an incredible director of Revolutionary Road, director of Jarhead, director, I think, of 1917. He's just a super dope, amazing director. So American Beauty came out in 1999. I highly recommend that y'all watch it. And also, too, on a little side note, I recently saw a play by Alicia Keys. It's about her life growing up in 1990s New York in the neighborhood of Hell's Kitchen. It was a musical. I loved it. The music was beautiful. The choreography was beautiful. The performances were great. And it was just a really, really good time and a really, really dope piece of black art and entertainment. So that's what I got for y'all today. I love y'all. I thank y'all for supporting me. God bless y'all. And, any movies that y'all want me to do, just let me know. Like, comment, subscribe. And as always, Peace.